live in the studio again. So I've got lots to tell you today. It's not going to be a painting demonstration one today. It's an announcement that is going to be something very exciting that I'm doing. But first of all, I just wanted to show you my little t-shirt here that I've made, and it says Pet Portrait Artist, and there's my little portrait of Dennis on the front. I decided to make a t-shirt so that when I'm out and about, people might ask me about the portrait, they might ask me about the picture, and then inquire whether they might want a pet portrait. So that's what that one's about. So on the subject of animals, let's get to it. Right, first things first. Time for a brew. Hold on. So yesterday I went to the Owl Rescue Sanctuary in Horton in Staffordshire. So it's not very far away from me. And a chap called Andy works there, runs there. He is the sanctuary. He holds the whole thing together. And they are looking for charitable status, so they've applied to be a charity, and they will get that status coming through. And at the moment, they are reliant purely on voluntary donations. So every year, I like to support a charity, and it's either a wildlife charity or an environmental charity that I support once a year. Some years I've given away pieces of artwork into raffles. Some years I've actually run an art auction where I've had a few pieces of art, and then I've run an auction on Facebook and people bid, and then the highest bidder gets the art piece. But this year I've decided to do it a little bit differently, because the aim of the pieces is to raise money for the sanctuary, but also the time of year that we're running it, I want it to be attainable for little Christmas presents as well. So if you're running an auction, you've got to keep an eye on the post, and you don't know whether you've got it or not, and it's not something that you can go in and say, I'm buying that for so and so. It's done. I know I've got that gift. It's sorted. So I thought this year, if I do it as a buy it now, so you have the piece of artwork and the price and the story about the artwork, then the link to the payment, you can choose to buy the piece straight away. And if you see it and think a loved one will absolutely adore that, then that's the best way I thought we should do it. So let's show you the artwork. Actually, the camera's that way, so it's that way. So the first piece is this piece here. All of the pieces are mixed media. This one's just purely watercolour, but the rest are mixed media pieces, and they're all mounted in a white cardboard mount, and then you can see from the shine as I move it around that they are covered in a protective cellophane. And then on the back, they're hard backed in what's called grey board. Grey board is a recycled board, so it just makes for a really nice gift. So I'm going to come a bit closer and just angle it away from the light so that you can see a bit more of the painting. This one is called The First Snowdrops. So there'll be some good photographs of this one that will go out to my Facebook followers first, so my private Facebook collectors group. They'll get first dibs. Then the newsletter, all of you Magic Circle subscribers, you'll get first dibs as well the night before. The following day, I will do a post, and that will go out publicly to everybody to see it, to give everyone the opportunity to buy. So Magic Circle subscribers get first dibs. If you want to be part of that, I will drop some links in, or you can go to my website, clairevalentineartist.com, and find the membership section and subscribe to the Magic Circle, and you'll be in with everything then. You'll be with everything. So there's 5 pieces that are going to be going live, and I'm going to release a piece per day. So this could be the first piece, but it might not be the first piece. So let's pop this one down and get the next one. Now this one's similar style, again a watercolour, and I've just called it Barn Owl and Poppies, just because there's a barn owl and there's some poppies. It's just a really lovely summer scene in watercolour. The colours that I've used are relaxing, beautiful golds, and then the red poppies burst out, and the beautiful barn owl sat there on a fence. And to me, that sums up the warmth and joy of the English countryside in summer. It's hard to imagine if you can picture back to those hot days of summer. It's how I feel, surrounded by lush greenery, and you can hear birds and the bees buzzing around. And I mean, you might be lucky to see a barn owl in the day, although I think they do fly in the day. I'm pretty sure that barn owls might be crepuscular. That's another one of Claire's big words, which means active during dawn and dusk, like a cat. They're crepuscular. Well, Dennis is, although I have a feeling that Dennis is only active when there's food around. So the next one is this one, and it's called The Night Watch Owl. Bit of a play on Rembrandt's The Night Watchman, but I don't know, maybe you might get that, maybe not. Anyway. So again, it's wrapped in cellophane, so I'll try and angle it a little bit so that you can see the detail of the lovely snowy owl sat in a beautifully but spooky snowy scene. It looks so nice against the white mountain, like it really stands out, So that's the Night Watch Owl. These are all, they're all A3 once they're in the mount. So you can buy any frame off the internet or from a framer's, A3 in size, and you know that this will just drop straight into the frame. I should have got a frame actually to show you how that might work. I might see if I've got one shortly. So the idea is that you can buy your own frame and you can find one that complements either the picture or the room and choose your own style, and it allows you to keep the budget where you want the budget for a frame to be. Of course, I can happily frame it for you in one of my magical frames that we've got on the other wall behind. But I like the idea of a Christmas gift that you see the painting and think that's beautiful. And it's nice enough, because it's backed and cellophane wrapped, it's nice enough to give it as a gift on its own as well. So the Night Watch Owl. Then I think we're going in order of my favourite pieces, going from the piece that I, not that I don't like, but the pieces that I don't like as much because they're older pieces, all the way through to the newest pieces that I sort of really don't want to give away yet, but I want to make money for the owls. So so this one is called Hedwig's Message. You know me and Harry Potter. Well, if you've been watching me for long enough now, you know I'm a huge fan. And this is Hedwig's Message. So Hedwig is sat with a piece of parchment clutched in his talons, and then I've embellished the picture with old-fashioned style writing, and then at the top here, this actually says "Dear Padfoot," so there's a reference to the film, and I've used gold paint. If I twist it in the light, you'll see it catch the gold paint to embellish this painting. So this one is Hagrid's Message. And then, last but not least, I had such fun painting these, such fun. This one is called The Silent Messenger. It's my favourite one. Here it is. And it's a beautiful, beautiful barn owl. My favourite owl. And again, embellished with texture, with gold paint, with old-fashioned words and parchment, and the owl has got the piece of parchment there, flying in with a message. So this one is The Silent Messenger. I've spotted a frame, so just bear with me. I'm just going to zip out of the view and see whether I can grab this without dismantling the entire studio. Just bear with me just 1 minute. This might work. Going live, things never usually work, do they, as you plan? No, because that's a 12 by 16. So this frame is a 12 by 16 frame, so it's not quite the right size. It's not an A3 size frame, but I've just dropped the picture in to the frame. It sort of just about fits, but it's not the perfect fit. So you'd need to get an A3 frame to suit this. But you can see how, just by placing the piece of artwork in a frame, how it just makes such a difference when you find the right frame for something. So that's the idea of making these A3. So this is the last piece. And that's pretty much all I wanted to share with you today. So if you would like to subscribe, then I'll try and attach the link somewhere to the live. Then you'll get the notifications early, and that's a really good way of getting to know what's happening before everybody else does. Or just follow me on any of the channels: Claire Valentine Art, Claire Valentine Artist. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't know what Tumblr is, I'm not on there. Pinterest, I'm literally everywhere that there's a social channel I'm trying to be, because I want to reach as many people as possible to sell these paintings and raise money for the sanctuary. So I look forward to starting the sale, and hope that you get to grab the one that you really like. Okay, I'm going to finish my coffee now before it gets too cold, and I'm going to do